Okay, so welcome to JSG Woodworking. I'm really struggling with my camera tonight, so please forgive me. So today I'm going to do something that I haven't done before that I've wanted to get into, but haven't had all the right stuff to do it. I got some of this. It is mica powder from Caster's Choice. I won this in a contest that Wine Country Woodworks had. Sent me a sticker with it, so as soon as I get my sticker wall up, it will be going up. But I'll put a link to his channel in my description. Really cool stuff. He does a lot of blank castings and that type of stuff. But he sent me this. This is the teal, and so we're gonna try see what kind of blank I can make. I have this little chunk of burl cap that is an offcut from one of my other stuff. It's some box elder burl that I have stabilized with clear resin. So we'll see how this turns out. I have this little makeshift mold that I've made. It's just out of cutting boards, so it's not the best. But hopefully it will work. I did notice that when I made it, I was just looking on the inside of it right now, and it looks like I might have missed a couple spots. So I'm actually going to go back in, warming up my glue gun right now to try to patch those up. I mean, I'm sure one side or the other I've gotten it, but I would rather be safe than sorry and add a little bit more hot glue than not have enough. So yeah, I just cut this up on my scroll saw just to make something quick and easy. My shop is in disarray, still trying to get it moved in. Stuff has been added to it. Hopefully, next couple of months things will get better. And I'll get some of my shop space back from all the stuff that should be in my shed that is still torn apart. Alright, so I think my glue gun is warmed up. It's starting to drip. So I'm just going to go in here to where it kind of looks like it needs a little bit more. And just try to hit it a little bit more with the glue. Okay, like I said, it didn't need a whole lot. Okay, so I have, I'll show you a clean bottle. Alumilite's Amazing Clear Cast. I just got it from Hobby Lobby. Nothing really special. And I've noticed watching some of my old videos, I say a lot, and I am sorry. So, the Amazing Clear Cast, it is done by volume, not by weight. Double check when you're casting. You should always check what it's done by. Most of the other resins are done by weight, not by volume, but this stuff is done by volume. I don't have a pressure pot, so that's why I got this stuff, because it's extremely slow setting. You've got a 30 to 40 minute work time with a 24 to 48 hour demold time. So hopefully it's very forgiving. And very nice for me, because yeah, it's my first time. So I am in no way a professional at this. Don't quote me as a professional on this, because this is my first time doing it. I've watched a lot of Zach Higgins. Hopefully I've gleaned a little bit of his mass knowledge. So yeah, here's to hoping. All right, I'm gonna go throw this in really quick. Hopefully this is warmed up. All right, it's getting there. Not quite warmed up yet. Sorry about the glare over here. I have a window right there. And today's the first day in a long time that we've actually had sun. It's been raining a lot here. So, all right, so I have 2 cups. One of them's already dirty. I have no idea how much I'm going to need. So I am just guessing on this, but I'm going to be trying to get it as close as possible volume-wise to equal out. But we'll see. So let me see if I can move you without dropping you. Haven't had much luck with that lately. Okay, so you still can't see very well, so I apologize. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fill it up to the bottom of these marks on each one, hoping that it's enough to fill this up. I'm really hoping it is, but we'll see. I know a lot of people will put this in warm water. I'm just not that prepared. Okay, so that is part A. Now I'm going to do the same thing. So part A is in there. Now I'm going to do the same thing with part B. This bottle is much more gross. It tipped over and apparently I didn't have the lid on all the way. So I lost some. Trying to get it as even as possible. Okay. So. This is how prepared I am. This is a very spur of the moment thing that I decided to do. I actually got this today in the mail. So. Forgive me. I'm too excited. I'm like a little kid in the candy store. Now, this video will take me a few days to make because I would like to show you the end product when it's done in this video. So, let me check the temp over here really quick. I don't want to get that too hot because I don't want it to activate the stuff too quickly once I pour it in together. So. Try to get as much out of that as you can. And then it's just a mixing. One thing I'm not doing very well, I don't know how well you can see it, I'm getting lots of air bubbles. I'm not mixing very nicely. So it's going to be interesting to see how this turns out. Hopefully with how slow setting this is, and with getting that burl warmed up, I'm hoping things will turn out okay. I wish this cup was clear. I'm going to have to go buy some clear cups. So I could see a little bit better in there to see how things are looking. But I'm trying to scrape the bottom, scrape the sides. You know, everything that the master casters tell you to do. It's looking pretty good. Since I'm going to add some mica powder in there too, I figure it'll get mixed up a little bit more too. So here's what the mica powder looks. Now it's, you know, with the lid off. From what I've been told, with pens, because you're casting them so thin, the more powder the better. And since I have no real clue on what I'm doing, we'll start with that much and see where that gets us. I'm already really liking that. Hopefully you can see that pretty good. So what they say, an easy way to tell what it's going to look like when it's thinned out is by letting it flow over your stir and seeing how thick it is there. That's actually looking pretty good. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Okay. Sorry, hang on. Okay, sorry about that. Alright, so grab the burl. It's a little warm, it's not great. Right down it. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. What I want to do really quick while I'm mixing this up is glue that chunk of burl down. I don't know if it will float or not. With my luck, it probably will. And I really don't want it to. I was hoping. While we wait for that to warm up, I'll do a little cleanup work. Okay. Okay, sorry. So right as I was getting ready to do that, my daughter came in again. So all I did, well, I attempted and failed miserably apparently. So apparently I need to put a lot more glue on here. Okay, so that's pretty solid in there now. I don't know if it would float. I don't want to take a chance. So just want to do some light mixing again really quick. Scrape this thing clear. Okay. So now that I got that, I'm just going to pour it on over. And I'm starting to think I didn't make enough. Well, maybe I did. Alright. Put that down. Awesome. Perfect. Okay. Grab a shop towel here, clean up my mess. Okay. So, get a better picture of that, hopefully. Apparently not. So that's what that looks like. So, now that I've got that done, we're going to give it a couple of days to cure, and then be back. So, I'm having issues with my camera stand. Okay, so again, see you in a couple of days. I'll give you a couple final shots. If I had one, final images of it. So I'm pretty happy with the way that turned out. We'll see. We'll give it a couple of days. I am having some leaking issues. Apparently I didn't seal it up quite as well as I thought I did. So hopefully those won't be too bad and I won't lose all my resin. So yeah, wish me luck. I will see you in a few days. Alright, so, sorry, my head's getting cut off. So it's been a couple of days since I did the pour. So let's get to attempting to demold this thing. It did leak a little bit, so we'll see how well this works. So, angle that down so you can kind of watch what I'm doing. I may have to get a screwdriver here. Hang on. Alright, better yet, chisel. So let's see what I can do here. starting to come apart. So the downside of using so much super glue is it really sticks. Or not super glue, hot glue. All right. See if I can get a little bit more of this hot glue out of here. And it's feeling like it's pretty well in there. Well, getting a little bit of it out here. Okay, so as I've probably said before, I am in no way a professional at this. This is my very first time trying anything of this sort. Before that, the only thing I've done is poured very, very little into a crack in a pen blank. So it was literally like an eighth of what, well, probably less than that. Probably, you know, this is probably 90%, 90 times as much as that pour was. That pour was just little itty bitty tiny. The little tiny measuring cups that come with it, the kit. So like this. So this is the max on this thing is 2 tablespoons, or 1 fluid ounce. And that's about what it took, was about a fluid ounce. This obviously is much, much more than that. So, and I know most of this is going to get, all of this is pretty much going to get turned away in the end anyways. But yeah, so it's got a little texture on it still from the cutting board, because the cutting board, you know, is textured. But that's okay with me. I'm not too worried about that. So yeah, there's my very first pour. I do have a pen kit on order for this. And as soon as I get it, I will turn it. It does look like, I mean, this is where the hot glue was to hold it down. There does look like there's a little bit of a void right there. So we'll see what happens there. I may just throw in some CA and fill that in. I'm gonna guess I probably waited too long to pour it because it was starting to get warm on me. So we'll see. I'll give this a little bit of a sanding and go from there, and hopefully you will see this again in another video shortly of me actually turning it and making it into a pen. We'll see how well that works. Me and acrylics haven't exactly got along very well in the past, so it will be a very interesting experience. I've gotten some more pointers since the last time I tried to turn acrylic. Just trying to do some seam rippers and ended up going through, I think, 3 different blanks that were supposedly Alumilite, but they were very, very brittle. So I'm not sure if they really were Alumilite or not, because they were just so brittle. And I've done a different Alumilite blank. If you go back into my videos, it's the Cerebral Palsy Awareness Blank. There we go. So yeah, I got most of it off. Because of this hot glue, the corners aren't very pretty. But since this is just for me, I'm okay with it. So, yeah, so that's my first attempt at casting. And like I said, when I get that other pen kit, I will go ahead and get this turned up. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon.